thing I hear about William, that I hear about people, that you're one heck of a phenomenal keyboardist and player.
Thank you for the compliment.
I mean, like I've told you in the past, I've seen your shows many times, and I can watch it over and over again because it's like brand new every time, which is a huge compliment.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I would like to kind of get an idea of what your thoughts about, you know, that translating into, I guess, success from a musical career-wise, where you have a stardom and all this stuff, and you're considered like a really bright prodigy even on the keyboard. And what are your thoughts, kind of like maybe how it translates to, I guess, commercial success?
Very interesting question.
And is there do you have any positive or negative feelings about that?
Sure.
As it relates to your career in particular.
Yes. Let's go. I'll start from the back end. Where I am chronologically in my age, as well as chronologically with how many years I've been doing this, and both of those entities, I don't look at the number. I'm 58 years of age. I don't look at 58 when I see myself. I don't feel 58. When I look at celebrating 40 years in the music industry, I don't look at 40 years, 40, as it pertains to the success that has been attained. I've learned that my success supersedes how much money I got in the bank. Now, I could complain and have bitter, statements as to say, well, if the certain clubs around the country, paid more money, I would be in a better shape. Not necessarily, because the level of success that I have attained doesn't equate to the money. Just to be able to sit here and have my mind, my health, and my strength, my means in which to walk out of this door right now, and I can go anywhere on the planet. That, to me, is so successful, brother, so powerful. And when I think about that, as it pertains to how I've always thought about, as long as I can remember, I've always thought about being a musician. I've done other things, but I've never had the mental passion about thinking about being something else other than a musician. And now to know that I am actually doing that, I'm living that, there would be nothing I could say bad about it. Yes, there's some things that I've learned that I could do better, and because society changes as rapidly as it does, you always have to be on the cutting edge with regards to how to better your business. So I'm so thankful that one of the aspects that has come into my life, my social media presence, as well as my business operations, is having an incredible publicist that works for me now, Angela Moore with APM. That aspect alone has really transformed my business, has transformed my artistry. And I encourage other artists who are engaged in, being successful in the industry, look at that as one of several tools that you're going to have, that you really do need. That, along with being around people who support what you do and the way in which you do it. I enjoy the interaction of working with other musicians and crafting each show so that a person that would come to my performance would see an elevation, if you will, from the last show. It could go on and on. I don't have anything negative to say about my success. I choose to either have what I want to have or to not have what I want to have. It's not because someone is denying me of this, or I didn't get that call for that gig there, or someone, blah, blah. No. I'm where I am because of the choices that I've made. And that level of contentment allows me to be confident in knowing that my success is based on how I perceive it, not from the perception of other people.
Now, have you ever experienced a situation in your life where you had to kind of face that crossroads, where you said, "Hey, if I go this route, then it may mean more commercial success, but I have to do what I feel." Have you faced a moment like that?
I have, and I'm still challenged by it every day. I was just telling the musical comrade before we started the interview that the industry has changed so much, and I'm only speaking of it from the lower end, if you will, or the outer of the circle end, by which a person's musical success does not really hinge on how great of a musician that they are, vocalist. There are so many other entities now that have nothing to do with music that now are the barometer by which you're given a certain degree of success. And the more that perpetuates the lack of musical integrity and credibility, the more you will see and hear a lesser quality of artistic individuals who are expressing, the musical gift that they've been given, because it's coming from another place. It's coming from a place of requirement, force. You're almost kind of expected to do this, and if you don't do these things, this is going to happen. I want to be my own boss at the end of the day. I want to be able to know where my money is going. I want to be able to know who I'm doing business with. I want to be able to know that if I needed to get an answer about something as it pertains to my business, I know this person well enough to be able to call them, email them, text them, whatever the case may be. For each individual, that may be different. So for me, again, going back to one of your early questions, I'm creating the success that works best for me, as opposed to someone else creating it for me. So I'm not challenged by feeling like I have to conform to anything or anybody in order to get what ultimately will be given to me. And it's because the heart is right, the intention is right, the desire is right. If you're only wanting to be successful for your own self, you probably already missed the boat, because your success should really encompass and include other people. Not just because they're your family or your immediate friend, but people that you don't even know. You want to be able to make other people successful, even without knowing them. And the only way that you really do that is you have to look beyond that dollar. If that's all you're looking at, that's pretty much all you're going to get.